Canelo right now. He's not my fight. But should Canelo be fighting Chavez? Absolutely. Absolutely. But it's so crazy. When we talk about loyalty in the sport of boxing, when we talk about loyalty, when you look at Canelo, there's Steven Espinoza and the Showtime team let this, and myself, we helped build this guy up. He was fighting on my undercard. He was the co-main. We helped build this guy up. And you know what Oscar De La Hoya do? You know what Mr. Loyal Oscar De La Hoya do? I'm sorry, Miss Disloyal Oscar De La Hoya do? He take him right over to HBO and cut a deal with HBO. And when he cut the deal, he got money, but I bet Canelo didn't see none. But these are the things that people don't know about in the sport of boxing. Because Al Heyman was a smart, shrewd businessman. They want to sue him because he was smart.
They want to sue him because he was smart. Vibe with me. Ride with me, yeah. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Yeah, we back now. Oh my gosh, it feels so good to be back. What's up with y'all? Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me out there? Yo, rate the sound on a scale of 0 to 10. Testing. This is the remix. Whoop. This is the remix. Whoop. What are we sounding like on the mic? I see somebody got blocked already. Shout out to Kamal Oz. The King of Pop is back. Shout out to Kamal Oz. The King of Pop. I see y'all starting already. My man Ricky Williams, he says the mic is a 10. Appreciate y'all. We sounding good. How's everyone doing today? I can't wait to talk about it. But I'm going to wait for the notifications to go out a little bit longer. Please smash the like button. We're just going to continue working. I promise you that. Oh my God. Like Deontay Wilder said, to this day, we're going to keep working. For those asking, I will do a watch party for Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, in the Anthony Joshua card. I will. So make sure you guys come back this Saturday. It's a pretty stacked card. You know what I mean? They got a lot of names on it. So yeah, I will be doing the watch party for that, for those that are concerned. Hey, remember me? It's Mike from Michigan. My man Mike from Michigan sent a $5 super chat. Super. Wilder is yeah, that made me laugh already. Wilder is Candyman to Anthony Joshua. Interviewers say his name around him and he is petrified. What is, like, Joshua kind of weird a little bit. Like, I ain't trying to be, I don't know the dude, but he just seemed kind of weird. Like, the DAZN interviewers were trying to interview him today. Like, I think they did a Grand Arrivals, and he was acting all like short and mad. Like, I don't know. And he, like, Joshua, he's just kind of like, I don't know who Joshua wants to be. Like his image, like 1 minute he'll be like prim and proper, like a lot of British dudes. And then the next minute he'll be rapping Tupac. I don't know. Posting DMX and stuff. Stay out the dark. Cause if I catch you when the sun is down, run a clown, come up off that. I'm gonna gun it down. Run it now. However it's gonna go, it's gonna be that. You see that? That shit'll, you dog, believe that. Like, I don't know. I don't know what he be on. Sometimes he be like on, like in his gangster arc. Sometimes he just be like chilling. My man 76 Mark said it came up quick. Like a scuba diver, it came up quick. Let's go. Y'all got to get the likes up. We will be talking about Devin Haney. The numbers, it still continues to be a conversation in the world of boxing. Leave it to me to cover everything. Now, here's the thing. I really want to get started right now because I got my tea right now. I really want to get started, but let's do the watch party and then I'll get started. I'm going to get to the super chat. Y'all let me know where you guys are from. City, state, zip code, area code. Rep where you from. I'm repping Cali. It's still West Side. Shout out to my man Asante. Shout out to Kamal Oz. Kamal Oz, a $10 super. I admire Bill Haney for promoting his son. Facts. However, he does cap. Devin has a mandatory due to Sandor Martin with the WBC. Facts. When Ego asked about pay-per-view buys in America, he talked about global sales. There was no offer for Subriel Matias. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Brooklyn, New York, Philly in the building, 215, Newark, New Jersey, 973, Chicago. Shout out to my man Jeff, he representing Detroit. Shout out to the 313. We got Trenton, New Jersey in the building. Let's go. That's it. City, state, zip, boxing, ego, roll call. Okay, Orlando. We got Indiana. Y'all in the mix. Let's get it. He said Harlem. Enough said. Absolutely. Shout out to New York. And I'm from New York, LA. I told you we worldwide mob figures. Atlanta in the building. 209 home of, oh, that's my man Jesse. Home of the Stockton Slap. Let's get it. I made this tea really good, if I say so myself. We got Memphis, Tennessee, 38109. Hey, listen, if y'all ever come out to NorCal, Stockton is dangerous. You got to be on your P's and Q's. Stockton, one of them ones. People don't bring up Stockton enough. That's one of, listen, I've been around the world and I gave I've been around. You know what I'm saying? Your boy Ego, I wiggle anywhere. I'm good wherever. But I'm just telling y'all, don't try no weirdo stuff in Stockton. They got gangs galore. They got good food out there. I ain't trying to scare y'all. But Stockton, one of the top most dangerous cities in America. Believe that. Denver, Colorado. Shout out to Cleveland, Ohio. Jersey City. Stockton got real good food though. Good people, good food. But you just can't be like, I seen a video and somebody tried to do a prank and they pulled the blick out on them. That's what I'm talking about. You can't be like acting a fool, like talking crazy and like doing it's a prank. Nah, don't do that prank. Bro, don't come out to NorCal with that pranks. They don't really play that. Yeah, he talk. It's a prank. Nah, ain't no prank, bro. You about to they gonna prank your ass. You hear me? They gonna prank your ass. You keep jiving. That people ain't really on that. All right, make sure y'all get the likes up. Let's go. So we got my man from Wellington, New Zealand. I told you we worldwide with it. Boxing Ego. Subscribe to the channel. The best in the business, and it's not even close. Listen, I get a little bored sometimes when I have to talk about the same stuff, but I know what's popping. And I know what y'all want to talk about. People, Devin Haney, listen, the good is this. Devin Haney had a great sharp performance versus Regis Prograis. As a result, his name took a boost. You know, his name went up. Me personally, and this is what I don't understand when it comes to boxing. I am the clearest speaker in boxing. I don't do a bunch of stuttering and stammering. I speak eloquently. I have a large vocabulary and I break things down. So if you actually pay attention and can comprehend, it shouldn't be hard for you to understand. Listen, I have no problems with Team Haney or anybody in boxing, but at the end of the day, I'm always going to use my platform to speak my opinion, my mind. If you cannot stomach that, if you do not like that, I do not know what to tell you because I'm going to keep doing it because right is right. Some things that Team Haney, a lot of things, you know, that they've done, I respect it, how they move it. However, there are certain aspects of the way things have played out. I don't see eye to eye, and that's my honest opinion. No more, no less. People don't understand this, like, because I see the comments, you know, a lot of people, they mess with the boy Ego. They know I made the game of boxing pretty. I made a game of boxing look pretty, bro. So they know what it is. But at the same time, there's, you know, naysayers and trolls and stuff leave comment. Oh, you're paid off by TMT. just listen to what people say, bro. Listen to they say, oh, you paid off by TMT. Tank ain't even with TMT, so you sound stupid. Which further illustrates my dominance. And when you make such a splash, I guess people fear that. They fear the truth. They fear what's being said. How am I paid off by TMT and Tank ain't even with them? He ain't even with TMT. So make that make sense. I'll wait. I'm waiting. Somebody let me know. Y'all know that sound? I'm waiting for you guys to make that make sense. When y'all gonna do it? Y'all always say you ready, and then when the time comes to have the conversation, y'all ain't talking about nothing. So please make that make sense for me. Shout out to 76 Mark. How am I paid? Like, bro, and the funny thing is the dummies, they're so worried about who pays me and how I get paid by Google. I'm very transparent with that. I get paid on YouTube. That's who pays me. So back to the heart of the matter, the Devin Haney numbers. Bob Arum did a brand new spanking interview with Fight Hype. He was asked about the numbers, and he said the numbers weren't good. He says his sources are basically saying it was a disappointing numbers, and the event, as far as the pay-per-view, performed poorly. The man Kamal sent another super $20. He says it's a shame that we're talking numbers after a great performance by Haney, but there's been hate, libel, and slander about Tank. Somebody gets it. Y'all need to thank Kamal Oz. The Haney's brought up business. Haney wants some of Tank's leftovers, so I guess Gervonta has a good resume. That's data, boy. Shout out to Kamal Oz. This is what it all boils down to. You guys on the comments and stuff, some of y'all want me to lie and use my platform to spread a bunch of hate and say Tank is horrible and all this other goofy stuff. I will never do that if I don't feel that. Period. So I'm not gonna go against the knowledge that I have in the game of boxing and how it works, how it operates to appease y'all. So again, if you don't like that, then scram. Leave the channel because it's not going to change. I'm not doing that. First of all, I told you, have a great relationships in boxing in general. I'm not playing this back and forth, pick a side game. I love boxing. I cover boxing. I do my job. I'm the best in the business. But each thing is a case by case basis. Like Kamal Oz said, and you see it on the screen, I had no problem letting Devin Haney's performance speak for itself. He looked good versus Regis Pro. I was there live in Frisco. I was in San Francisco. I watched the fight. I had no problem just letting it be that. Shout out to my man from New Zealand, Ty. What's up? And I think that's what me and Kamal Oz are definitely saying, where that should have been the conversation. Man, Regis Prograis was thought to be a challenge, and Devin schooled him and made him look like easy work. Hell of a performance. But different things have transpired. Different things were said. Different pieces of information came out, and it shifted the conversation from what it should be. Devin kicked Regis's butt and cashed in, and Regis didn't, make good on the promises that he had. That's what the conversation should be. But then when y'all start talking about you start talking about numbers and Tank ain't the A side, that's why I got to say, pump your brakes. And we had to have that conversation. That's why we're here. The whole fight week, I was right next to the Haneys. I was behind the scenes. I was covering the fight. I interviewed Regis Prograis. I'm doing my job. No problem. They were going back and forth. Interview Evans, Tobler, you know what I mean? Bill Haney. They had altercate. Everything is good. Nobody had no issues. But then when the information and the conversation shifts, it becomes something else. And like I said, I'm not using my platform for evil. It's like some people get mad when you don't want to use your superpowers for evil. Like Superman, they mad Superman is a good guy. And you're not going to spread, you know what I mean, use his ability to fly and lasers shooting out his eye, and he using it for the right reasons. That's what I'm going to use my channel for, bro. I'm not spreading, oh, Tank's not the A side. I'm not saying that, bro. When I know that's not the case. Y'all can say it. But watch what happened next. We'll see. When it's all said and done, we gonna see. So I ain't worried about it. So brilliant comment from Kamal Oz. Shout out to Kenya B. The only like, for example, do you notice this? After Regis Prograis, I didn't even care what the pay-per-view numbers were. Shout out to Hector. What's up, Hectic? I truly didn't care. You didn't hear me say one. Listen, I'm from the old school. Don't start none, won't be none. Saturday after the fight, Sunday after the fight, you never heard me say anything about Devin Haney's numbers were good. Devin Haney's numbers are bad. Wasn't even thinking about that. Wasn't thinking about no pay-per-views. I was just like, Devin got off on Regis Prograis. He gonna be a problem. He looking better at 140. That was my conversation. And I got the videos and the timestamps and the dates to prove it. Never was this a topic of mine until y'all made it one. People be mad at me. I don't start it, but I will finish it. If the conversation becomes a thing and different things are said, then I got to weigh in and do my job and give you my perspective of it. And to think Haney versus Prograis, the building looked packed. It looked good. You know what I'm saying? They did a good job promoting the fight and promoting it to the surrounding area. But I know enough about boxing to know that that's not always an indication of your pay-per-view sales. Why would it be? So because the Bay Area came out, that means people around the United States of America in different time zones bought a pay-per-view. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like, so that's just based on the fact that the United States has different time zones should let you know something. For example, the Bay Area, we on PST, Pacific Standard Time, meaning if it's 6 o'clock for us, then it's 9 o'clock for people on the East Coast, right? If it's 7 o'clock for us, 7 p.m. at night, it's 10 p.m. for them over there, and so on and so forth. So if we're talking about a fight, I don't even remember what time the fight started. Let's say 8. If it's 8 Pacific Standard Time, then what time is it for New York? 11 p.m. So we're talking about different things, and you're not going to make me forget all the information and knowledge that I have about the business of boxing to cape for anybody. So the point is, because you sell out the venue, it has nothing to do with pay-per-view sales. The other thing is, why is it inconceivable that the pay-per-view potentially flopped or didn't do crazy numbers given the weak undercard? Did you interview Bill? This is Atheist Ghostbuster. Did you interview Bill on this matter? If so, can you pin the link or tell me the title of the video for it? Keep telling the truth, bro. Bill hopped on one of my lives. I asked a lot of questions. He didn't answer all of the questions. But one of the questions I asked is, do you think your son, Devin Haney, is the A-side over Tank? And he said no. So that's one of the questions he did ask. And that was a live. But anyway, the undercard was not stellar. It wasn't a stellar undercard full of big fights, right? Like you look at Andrade and Benavidez and look at that undercard. You look at when Canelo's fighting on PBC. You look at Errol Crawford or when Tank fights. The undercards are usually a bit more stacked with names. Like earlier this year, Tank fought in January in DC. They had my boy Jaron Ennis, Boots Ennis on the card, and Demetrius Andrade. So that was like great star power. Eddie Hearn got a bunch of UK fighters and fighters from elsewhere and, Australia. So the best fight, I guess, that they had, or the most known fight, I guess, is Montana Love versus Liam Paro. And that was cool, but Montana Love threw Cuz out the ring the last fight, you know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't like a huge fight, you know what I mean? So for real, the reason I covered the fight was really because of Devin and Regis Prograis, because that was the good fight. So I was just like, all right, we'll just deal with whatever the undercard is, because Devin Haney is a good fight versus Regis Prograis. That's facts. Everything I'm saying is facts. There's nobody that was like overly excited that I seen about the undercard. People were supporting the main event, which sometimes it happens, especially if you're Eddie Hearn and you don't have the depth in your roster to maybe make a stacked undercard. When you don't have the same depth like an Al Heyman with your undercard roster, you might want to preserve other big fights for their own event. You know what I'm saying? Like Devin Haney's fighting Prograis. You don't want to load up the undercard, and then you have another fight that you could have just made his own event and then double dipped. You know what I mean? So let the record show, I was never even concerned with pay-per-view numbers until they started getting tossed around. That's when I started speaking on him. Bill Haney keeps telling me that the numbers did what Lomachenko did. I personally have a hard time believing that. That's my honest opinion. Here's why. Because let's break it down. Lomachenko, is he more of a name-known person and respected in the world of boxing over Regis Prograis? Yes or no? We're going to take baby steps. Do you think Lomachenko has more fanfare than Regis Prograis leading into his fight with Devin Haney and Regis leading into the fight with Devin? Because the reality was Devin Haney was fighting Regis Prograis and he was off probably one of his worst performances, because I don't even think that Josh Taylor was a worse performance. He just lost the fight, but he melted Josh Taylor's eye. He didn't look good at all versus Zorilla. So he didn't enter the promotion with a bunch of positive momentum from a great performance. He's a good fighter, and I give credit to Devin for beating him, because it still was an element of danger, because you can't just expect the worst version of your opponent in the ring, you know what I mean? But at the same time, he didn't come in with this monstrous momentum. Lomachenko, last loss was Teofimo, but then he beat Nakatani and Richard Comey. Then he fought Devin Haney. So he was on a win streak. And even his loss to Lomachenko, it's not like he got knocked out or something. He didn't get dropped. He just started late and then came on late. So this is why it's hard for me to believe that fight pay-per-view buys in America outsold Lomachenko. In addition, December historically, unless you have a mega fight like Pacquiao Marquez 4, it hasn't been the most poppin' to have a pay-per-view. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that people don't do any pay-per-views, but I'm saying to have astronomical number because you're competing with the holidays. That's just common sense, people. So that's like if it's anything that conflicts with people spending money on something else versus something else, then that's the potential. Like if it's back to school month and you got to spend a bunch of money on tablets for your kids and back to school clothes and shoes and backpacks and paper, pencils, stationery supplies, then you're going to be competing with that. So there's always like little things, but we know when it comes to holidays, a lot of people in America, what they do is, spend money, travel to be with family, all that type of stuff. So he was working against that. Undercard wasn't good. And here's the thing. And I say these things in such a way you can't really refute it, because you have that boxing knowledge. And then if you refute it, what are you refuting it based off of? I told you, these young boys can't beat me. They're not finna outsmart me. I know that. When you're great, they hate. Who is that in reference to? Who is that in reference to, though? Blaze. He says, when you're great, they hate. Who's hating? Who's great and who's the hater? That's what we're trying to figure out. See, that's the problem with this game. Y'all don't want to say it with your chest. You got something to say, get it off your chest. I don't know who you using non-specifics. Who you talking to? Who's great and who's being hated on? Yeah, put it out in the open instead of talking in code. Who's great and who's being hated on? So anyway, Lomachenko was more of a name-known person. And here's the other thing. ESPN did like blood, sweat, and tears for the Lomachenko fight and all that. They did a Matchroom. They did a face-off. What other shoulder programming did they have other than the face-off? The fighters themselves, they did a good job of like talking trash. I give them that. But I'm talking about shoulder programming. Did they do a blood, sweat, and tears? And here's the other thing you got to understand about the business. That's why people they're trying to protect these numbers and say, oh, the numbers are great. Right? But peep this. Bob Arum's been in the business since the 60s, right? I'm not saying he knows everything or everything he says is gospel, but that's a fact. He fought Lomachenko in a known, capital in terms of Vegas. So they probably have like closed circuit TV, the fight on at a couple bars or Buffalo Wild Wings. Do you know of any bar that had Haney versus Prograis? Any type of restaurant did who? Okay. So this question, since y'all know more about boxing business than me, did any one of you watch the fight at a movie theater, on closed circuit, at a restaurant, or at a bar? Haney Prograis. Did anybody watch Haney versus Prograis at a restaurant, closed circuit, like at a casino, at some kind of bar like Buffalo Wild Wings type of scenario? Shout out to my man Dan, the boxing man, out of NorCal. Okay, so the man said nope, because when it comes to big fights like Canelo fights and Gervonta fights, especially the big ones, you can usually watch it at a closed circuit, or you can watch it at a movie theater. Like even Floyd fights, they have Floyd fights. You can watch it at these closed circuits, and basically someone's buying the fight. So I don't even think Eddie Hearn has all that type of stuff set up in America. In addition, the Lomachenko fight, my man, shout out to my boy Jesse Carl. He said, I went to Buffalo Wild Wings to pick up food and they didn't have it. That's what I'm saying. He went to pick up his food. They wasn't playing the fight. So that's what I'm saying. These are certain things within the business. If it's a big fight like UFC, if UFC has Conor McGregor fighting, Buffalo Wild Wings and stuff like that, a lot of times they purchase the fight because that people will patronize your thing to watch the fight, get some wings. Them wings and things you sing about, bring them out. It's hard to yell when the barrel, you know what I'm saying? People gonna eat their wings with the ranch and lemon peppers. So that's how you know, typically when it's a huge pay-per-view fight, because it'll be closed circuit TV, restaurants and bars and stuff will buy it and then pay because they don't buy it like if you're a restaurant, if you're like a bar or something, they don't pay the regular $85 and they get the fight. You got to pay like the business license or whatever to play it at your to play at your bar. So it's more expensive. Yeah, you got to pay the commercial price. There we go. See, now we talking business. Y'all say, oh, Ego, he don't know, he's hating, but y'all not talking business. When Tank Ryan fought, I guarantee you can probably catch it at the movie theaters and at bars and stuff like that. And they're paying the commercial price to have the rights to air the right to air at their bar or restaurant or Wild Wings or, Wingstop, whatever it was with a TV. So that's how I know, you know what I'm saying? And the other thing is when it comes to Lomachenko fight, right? Lomachenko has a linear network, ESPN, in addition to ESPN Plus, which is also cheaper than DAZN. DAZN for the year costs $250, and then on top of that, you have to buy the pay-per-view for Haney versus Prograis. ESPN Plus, you could have bought the fight using my link, but you also could have bought it through your TV because they have an actual channel. Who's Almany? Nah, I ain't slowing down for no one. Cause listen, every time I slow down for these bums, they don't talk about anything, and then I can't get what I need to get out and the content. Some people, I'm not doing no hot seat. They not talking about nothing. It's a waste of time. The people disagreeing aren't talking about anything. So I'm not doing no hot seat because it just slow up the chat for no reason. You know what I mean? If they want to say something so bad, then they could pay a super chat or a cash app to say it. I'm not slowing down for them. If you got to get it off your chest, then you're going to pay. You're going to pay for my time to stop to entertain some stupid stuff when I got a whole show to run. Yeah, so I ain't slowing down for these bums. Anyway, and here's the thing. People be like, oh, why you like this, Ego? Because I know what I'm saying is true. So when you're supremely confident in what you're saying, then that's what tends to happen. What I'm saying, there's no denying. Tank is the A side. I can prove it. And okay, I'll prove it. I'll beat any man in this room in less than 60 seconds. Okay, Ego Lee will prove it. First of all, Bill Haney said that Tank was the A side, but if that's not enough for you, let me show y'all this. See, I didn't want to have to. Now y'all piss me off. I didn't want to have to do this, but y'all made me. If y'all want me to do it to him to show and solidify my greatness, say do it, Ego. Say do it, Ego, in the comments, and I guarantee you it's up, bro. I guarantee you it's up. Say do it to it. I'll school y'all instantly. If y'all type do it and enough people say do it, Ego, it's up. I'll show you what I'm talking about. They can't do that. These young boys can't beat me. I'll prove it instantly because I'm that good. They want Ego to do it. Okay. Nah, I ain't gonna say that. Atheist. Nah, I appreciate your super chat, but I'm not. No, you taking it to some other stuff. But listen, watch. I'm gonna do it to him. Watch this. This is how I know Tank is the A side. And they won't have to do this, but y'all made me. Okay. Okay. This is Tank Davis's last 4 gates in different cities. So 4 different cities. What does that mean? Mind you, none of these cities are where he's actually from. You guys can see it on the screen. I repeat, this is not a drill. This is not a test. These are Tank Davis's last 4 gates in 4 different cities. Mind you, none of these particular cities, are Tank's actual home, like where he's from, which is Baltimore. Okay. Bill Haney, he said that the numbers for pay-per-view are a lie. So take the pay-per-view buy rate and set it off to the side, right? Let's just skip the whatever the pay-per-view numbers are. The other thing that Leonard Ellerbe said was it did a very good, respectable live gate in Frisco, San Francisco, of $1.7 million, which is a good gate. That's a good, great gate for Devin Haney. Here's how I know, and here's the thing. Notice Bill Haney and others, they're refuting the pay-per-view sales. They never came out and said, oh, the live gate was wildly inaccurate. So first of all, you got to think about this. So nobody's refuted the 1.7 live gate, which is a great number, right? So Leonard Ellerbe put this information out. He got the live gate right, but then the pay-per-view buy rate was way off. But then they're not showing you the numbers for the pay. So that don't seem a little bit suspicious to anybody. Leonard Ellerbe put out two numbers. People aren't going to tell you this, right? He put out two numbers, the live gate number, and he said that was good at 1.7 million live gate in San Francisco. And then the second number he put out was the pay-per-view buy rate of people at home buying it. He basically said the pay-per-view buy rate was 50,000, which is, we know, is not great. You know, that's not a great number. But then he said the live gate was very solid, very good at 1.7. Nobody has come out from that side and refuted the 1.7 live gate. So I'm going to take that, because why would you, if Leonard Ellerbe, all of his numbers were off, then why wouldn't you say, oh, they capping the live gate? We did way more than that. The only thing they focused on was the pay-per-view sales. So follow along with me. So I'm going to use the 1.7 that was put out, since it's never, that information was put out days ago, a week ago, and it's never been refuted from Team Haney about the live gate. The only number that got refuted was the 50,000, right? So let's break that down. This is why Tank is the A side. So let's say the 1.7 was accurate, since it's never been refuted. These are Tank Davis's live gates. He fought in Atlanta versus Barrios, 4.5 million. He fought against a late replacement, Pitbull Cruz, and did a 3.5 million gate. He fought and set a record with Rolly and did a 4.5 million gate. And then he fought Hector Garcia in DC and did a 5 M gate. So watch this. If Devin's gate was 1.7 million, 1.7 million, your boy who knows boxing, I'm going to multiply that by 2. That is a 3.4 million. So if Devin's gate is 1.7, you can times it by 2, which is not a real number that he did. And then the gate would still be 3.4, which would be under what Tank Davis did in the Pitbull Cruz fight. It's all of these fights, but specifically we'll use Pitbull Cruz. Pitbull Cruz, Rolly had some legal trouble, right? Rolly had legal trouble. On a Sunday, Tank Davis fought Pitbull Cruz, a late replacement, and his gate is 3.5 million. I've showed you the math. Even if you double Devin Haney's gate from the pro gate, which is probably his best gate ever because he fought in his backyard, the gate still doubled, equals 3.4 million. Tank outsold you in a city that's not even his own city versus a late replacement, because the fight was in LA, had people like LeBron James in the crowd, and he still outsold you and likely sold more pay-per-views. Damn, I'm good. So if we're doing the A side talk, we got to talk and make it make sense. So that's why Tank is the A side, bro. because he has the stature and the stats. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Your best fight, like, first of all, me personally, I think the Regis Prograde was Devin Haney's best performance. I don't know what y'all think, but that was the one I was the most impressed with. So your best performance in your backyard, Bay Area, is not even what the Cruz fight. Pitbull Cruz, a late replacement for Tank. That's what he's doing with a late replacement in a different city. Like he didn't even fight in Baltimore. That was in LA. And I told you LeBron was there and he fought on a Sunday. Imagine if the fight was on a Saturday. Maybe the number, you know what I mean? Maybe the number goes up. They, for whatever reason, you know, they put that fight on a Sunday. So you're not like Tank is fighting on a Sunday and outperforming you, not at home. You're fighting at home in the Bay Area as the lead, you know what I mean? As the A side versus Prograde in a title fight, in a dangerous fight, and then Tank still outperformed your live gate. And then the other 3 live gates, he outperformed by even more. And then that's not, but notice I didn't even include the Ryan Garcia live gate because then he really would blow you out the window. He'll really blow your doors. So for the people who don't get it, it's not that they don't get it. They don't want to get it. They choose to act dumb or play dumb and act like I'm speaking in tongues like what I'm saying doesn't make sense. Now, let's address the elephant in the room because some people, they're crying because I'm cooking and I'm making too much sense. So they say, oh, ego. Oh, but ego. Yeah, willfully ignorant. Exactly. But they crying. They in the comment section. They was crying in there. They crying, flabbergasted, acting like little women, like women and children. They was crying in there. Bro, I'm the new Mike Tyson of boxing talk. All my talking points, I knock it out. I want some hominy grits. I'm hungry. I want a Pop-Tart, some toasties out there. Bro, so let's keep cooking. So all the people, they crying, y'all recycling the same talking points like it's going to stumble ego, like ego don't know his way around these boxing waters, like I can't swim, like this ain't Baywatch and I'm from the Baywatch. That's a bar. Listen, I said like I'm going to drown, like I can't swim in these waters. Knowing I'm from Baywatch. I'm from the Baywatch. Listen, that's a bar. So watch how I swim without getting wet. So I've already showed you just a preview of Tank Davis's numbers, which is why he's the A side. But here's the other thing. Y'all got to get my likes up. Y'all better handle that. Get my likes up. Like salute. Listen, I said, get the likes up. They said I don't know how to swim like this is Baywatch. Your man representing the 707. I'm from the Baywatch. What I do next? Let's get it. That's a bar. Ain't nobody giving you boxing in bars like this, bro. It's over. I really rap, bro. Let's get it. So anyway, people playing dumb. And here's the thing too. Let's get it out in the open. The people, they say, oh, ego, you're not being fair. You're not being objective. You're hating. What's not being fair? Because when Bill Haney says his piece or Devin Haney says his piece, when they have a fight, I cover it. When Bob Arum says the numbers is trash, I covered it. Notice there's people, they don't want to post that. Listen, Fight Hype put up the interview with Bob Arum saying the numbers are trash. How come nobody making videos but me? How come nobody making posts about it, talking about it, but me? I don't duck or dodge no subject matter in this sport of boxing. I talk about any and everything. But when Bob Arum says the numbers are no good, why am I the only one that mentions what Bob Arum says? So Leonard said it, Bob Arum said it, and then Fight Hype got hella views on it. They got like 20, 30,000 views on that video. So people is watching it, but nobody wants to discuss it. Nobody wants to discuss it. So how am I not being fair, whether you like what I'm saying or not, when I tell you both sides? I don't care. I don't duck or dodge no report. I report about this. I report about the retort. You know what I mean? It's good. I told you the reason I could do it is because I'm ego and I don't have a horse in the race. I'm just, Bob said this, Bill said this, Leonard said this. I told every single step of the way I made a video. I told you what Leonard said. I told you what Bill said. I told you what Bob said. But then you got people, they're mixing and like missing parts, but the puzzle's completely, the puzzle pieces are, the puzzle's completely filled out for me. I tell you every side. Like, it don't matter what, like Nayal Anui. I told you the side from Cool Boy and what his team was saying. And I told you what NOA and other people were saying. And I told you how NOA looked. I gave you everything. I agree that was Devin's best performance. Would you say Haney coming in at 165 helped? I mean, it don't hurt you when you outweigh your opponent. And cause it's not just outweighing, because he wasn't like leaning on him and like grinding on him. Grind on me. Like he wasn't like necessarily putting his weight on him or anything like that. But yeah, it makes you maybe a little bit more durable, maybe a little bit more weighty on your punches or something. So yeah, having skills plus the weight, yeah, it's not gonna hurt. Bro, how come if I'm biased, how come I'm talking about everything and everybody else is not talking about everything? You don't have everyone posted. I post both sides of the coin. So how could I be the one that's not keeping it real? Boop. That don't make sense. Bob Arum has a video going viral on Fight Hype. I did a video and it's doing good numbers about what Bob Arum said. How come everybody is not talking about it? See, all of a sudden, that's what I'm saying. All of a sudden, people pick and choose what the conversation, what gets discussed. So that says less about me and more about whoever, if you're not going to cover everything and cover everything in boxing thoroughly. Like, so I'm trying to think of an example. Kamal, hold on. Kamal Oz, he interrupted me, so we're gonna go with that. When Ego asked Bill Haney point blank about the American pay-per-view buys, Bill Haney deflected and started talking about international sales, so that was eye-opening. I'm just here to ask the questions. And here's the thing, too. I don't truthfully know what the numbers are. I don't know what the exact number is or anything. But I also have the power. Most people have the power of deduction, the power of inference, and you can look at the situation. Like, for example, what do you think a judge does? What does a judge do? So this person saying this person owed me money and it was a gift. This person saying they're lying. They knew it wasn't a gift. I gave them $3,000 and blah, blah, blah. They were supposed to pay it back. A judge has to hear both sides of it and determine what they think. The judge wasn't there on that fateful night when the money was lent to the other person. So the judge has to listen to both sides and then use the power of inference and deduce kind of what went on and like make sense of it. That's what I do. I'm the judge, jury, and executioner. I've heard both arguments from Ellerby and Bob, and I heard what Bill Haney and the Haneys or whoever was saying. And then I'm telling you my opinion. And in my opinion, I really don't see in America pay-per-view buys outselling Lomachenko for the reasons that I've listed. I don't see it at all. You're dealing with the holidays. Loma's a bigger name in the sport of boxing, more respected, stature on paper, pound for pound. ESPN has an actual channel and an app. DAZN don't really have a linear channel in America. He had different things going against him, and it's cool. It could just be that. But when people, they want me to get on here and cap and it's just a bunch of deflection. How do you know Tank's numbers are this? Man, stop playing, bro. Then, I mean, if that's the road we're gonna travel, you could say that with anything. How do you know Canelo's really getting $50 million? We don't have access to his bank account. They said he got 50. So basically no one should discuss anything in boxing. Like, they said Canelo made $50 million. You do not have a bank slip or a bank receipt and a bank statement showing his balance. So how you know? How you know Canelo got $50 million? Come on, bro. If that's what we doing, we don't know anything. Because there's no like tangible proof that DAZN paid him 50 million, that PBC paid him 45, 50 million. GB, get him out of here. What you talking? Shout out to Judah. Bro, you guys got to use some common sense. Hey, Kamal, unblock him. I think I was trigger happy. Unblock that Mar dude. I don't know if he was bad because his other comment didn't look that bad. Hey, y'all, you can unblock him. My bad. I think I got trigger happy, y'all. My bad. So anyway, you got a judge. A judge wasn't there when this person said this, the plaintiff and defendant. You got to try to make some sense of the information that's being provided to you. And for me, Haney, Prograde, I respect the fight. I respect the win. But when you're trying to convince me that it outperformed the Loma fight, I really don't see that, bro. Mar, we brought you back. Chill. I told him we brought you back. I read it wrong. I thought you said something like, I thought you was talking crazy, bro. Shout out to Stockton. I told you Stockton out here slapping y'all. So that's where we're at. I love your show. You talk real boxing. Facts. Shout out to Dwayne Williams. So anyway, that's what I'm saying about like this, oh, you're biased and stuff. Who's really biased if I cover everything? And I give you my honest opinion. Whether you like it or not, I give you my honest opinion. How is that being biased? Meanwhile, some people are hiding certain topics, but I'm the biased one. Okay, that makes sense. Anyway, some people are mad because they don't want to hear it because people don't have nuts. So they don't want to admit that Tank is the A side, bro. And okay, let me explain this because some people are saying, oh, like I see all the recycled comments. It's all the same stuff. So it makes it very convenient for me because when you guys all repeat the same talking points, then I could just say it and eliminate all the people saying it because it's really easy if you know the business of boxing. When Devin, Haney, and Prograde fought, nobody cared about the pay-per-view numbers for real, for real. You didn't see myself, Fight Hype, or any channel talking about the Haney Prograde numbers. I don't even know what the expectation was for it. I don't think anyone even expected that it was going to do astronomically well. We like the build-up. We like the fight. We give credit to Devin for performing in the fight. Nobody cared about the pay-per-view numbers. But when fans started to jump out the window, and then like Bill Haney, he did say Tank is the X-face of boxing. I disagree with that. He's outperforming you. How is he the X-face of boxing? When he can fight a late replacement like Cruz and outperform you. Okay, now I'm about to put some of y'all in the hot seat. It could have outperformed you if it count international. Hold on. It could have outperformed if you count international sales, maybe, not just in America. Okay, so now that you guys are trying to play me and say stupid stuff, let's break that down. So he's saying it could have done great pay-per-view numbers in other countries. That's the Eddie Hearn special. So what country was looking for Haney versus Prograde? Mind you, I used to live in England. So from my time right now, England's like 8 to 11 hours in front of me. So what country is paying pay-per-view and staying up till 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, and paying a premium pay-per-view to watch Haney Prograis. Come on, bro. Australia like a day ahead of me. So they wait until so when it's Saturday for me, it's Sunday for Australia. So they wait. So the Australians like, crikey, mate. Oh, I know it's Sunday, isn't it? Bro, so the Australians is waiting, eating a brekkie. That's what they call breakfast in Australia. They eating a brekkie on a Sunday like, crikey, pause the brekkie. I need to watch Devin. Yeah, I want to watch him. Crikey, I want to watch Devin. Even though he's not fighting George Kambosos, he already did that in Australia. I want to see him fight the black. Man, y'all are so stupid, bro. Bro, the level of stupidity in boxing is funny. Crikey, how about another shrimp on a barbie? Oh, I just want to watch Devin and Regis. Oh, I want to see if he knocks his braids loose. Like, all right, bro. So Eddie got you convinced. Eddie Hearn got you convinced that it's just booming in Australia on a Sunday. And yeah, crikey, now that's a knife. How about another shrimp on a barbie? Oh no. Oh, crikey. Yeah, the bloke, I want to see the bloke Regis from New Orleans. Like, bro, get out of here. Anywho, to further decimate you bums, let me tell you this. In other territories like the UK and Ireland, I don't know every DAZN territory, but I know for the UK and Ireland, it wasn't a pay-per-view. So why would you include pay-per-view numbers as buys if the fight wasn't pay-per-view in UK and Ireland? And those are bigger regions than like Austria, right? So if it's not going to be on pay-per-view in the UK and Ireland, which are bigger regions than like Bucharest and Austria, then who's to say that it was pay-per-view in the smaller Italy, in a smaller region? So what international sales? Spain? You think a bunch of Spanish bro, do you know how beautiful Spain is? So people in the Ibiza just waiting at whatever, God knows what time, and the people in the Ibiza, they waiting for Devin, Haney, and Regis to come on. Man, those are like international. Stop playing, bro. It's not like, it would make more sense if Regis was like from Paris or something. And he's like, mon hon tout de suite, I fight Devin Haney, I fight les crêpes. Like if one of the fighters, like Conor McGregor or something, and he from Ireland and people from Ireland staying up, or if Regis Progress, I am, like if he was from Paris and them motherfuckers from Paris was staying up to watch it, okay, that would make a little sense because they repping their own. But you just talking, oh yeah, what about the international sale? What region? Austria? So Arnold Schwarzenegger in Austria? Yeah, what are you doing? Hey Devin, beat Regis now. Bro, Arnold just in Austria waiting for, like, y'all some clowns, bro. Arnold, get to the chopper now. Hey Devin, do it to him. Arnold in Austria waiting for Haney Prograis. Got it. Hey Vinny, did it do wrong, Vinny? Bro, he filming Total Recall 2 and watching Haney Prograis on DAZN on his phone. All right. Get to the DAZN. Hey DAZN. Hey Eddie. Yeah. You think this is the real Quaid? It is. Yo, bro, I'm done. I can't. Y'all got it. Y'all know everything. I'm stupid. Whatever. The man said, what about DAZN Austria? Oh, okay. That's not even real. Hey, Eddie, make the fight. Make it now. Right there. Yeah. Yeah. Bro, you talking about y'all talking about DAZN Spain. All right, DAZN so popping, whatever. Hey, come on. Hey, he said the Somali. Hey, bro, I can't laugh no more. Whatever, I'm out at laughs. He said, did we get Devin Regis pay-per-view in Somalia? The Somali y'all tripping, bro. Y'all tripping, bro. That's bro, this DAZN got you fooled. Okay, the fight was free in the UK and in Ireland. So what international sales? Like, notice when Tank fight Ryan, they not talking about how many people watched it in Auschwitz and all these, you know what I'm saying? Like Iceland and Norway. They're not talking about how many people watched it in, you know what I mean, Turks and Caicos and all this other stuff. We talking about American sales, bro. The American dollar. Y'all talking, oh, what about the international sales? Have you ever thought of that? Yes, I did think about that. And it's free. So, yeah, like people can say whatever. Oh, how do you know Tank's numbers? What is that? Bro, no one questioned Tank's. And Bob Arum didn't say that Tank Ryan didn't do good. Yeah, this is America, Jack. Bro, y'all crazy. Y'all just really just be saying anything to try to stay afloat. You know what I mean? And again, it's unfortunate because the conversation should just be like Devin looked good at 140. But y'all turned it into this about 50,000 and saying, oh, it did way better. Like, y'all should have just left that aspect alone and just had Devin on did a great performance, look good, look well. Like, people, they saying, oh, ego, you're trying to protect Tank. How the hell am I trying to protect Tank, bro? If you think a YouTuber is responsible for the make or break of a boxing fight, please unsubscribe to my channel because you's a dummy. Hey, if you think a YouTuber will be the make or break of a fight happening or not happening, please unsubscribe from my channel because you's a dummy. That doesn't even make sense. So Jeff Bezos and Amazon Prime, they're going to be like, oh, but Boxing Ego, he's trying to protect Tank, so let's not make the fight. Bro, it is a business. Boxing is a business. So when the business aligns and makes sense and people play their position, then you get the fight. Period. Shout out to my man, Kamal. We got a super. Did they count the DAZN gods must be crazy? Yeah, buys in Africa. Did we get him? Fort Greene Pharaoh. Payday. You want payday. You want payday. I know that. Payday. You payday. He said Haney didn't sell a large gate. I know that. Nah, y'all tried it. Bro, and here's the thing. I like the movement. I like what Haney's doing. Keep it up. But to prematurely say, oh, Tank ain't the man and he ain't the ace, bro, how? His last fight sold like 20 times. Like, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. Devin's best fight was Regis Prograis, right? He did 1.7 gate. That's what's being reported. You haven't even surpassed Tank's gate with Cruz. You not like he way over there, bro. And here's the thing with the A side. This is the thing with the A side. It takes time. The A side is not an overnight thing, even for Tank. He didn't just come out the gate and he did a $23 million gate. That's not what it was. They've been building and picking at this. It's like a scab. They've been picking at this. They've been doing this for years. And I was every step of the way watching all these guys' careers from Shakur to Devin to Tank. You know what I mean? This wasn't an overnight success. I could make you a celebrity overnight. They've been doing this. So it's going to be a lot more work that Devin and Eddie or whoever and Bill that have to do to try to lap Tank. That's facts. If the number is good, show it. Here is an analogy. If a bad chick is as if you got a shrimp and you confident that you don't know, you'll show her. Hold on. If a bad chick, I think he's saying if the girl say you ain't packing and you know what it is, yeah, you're going to pull out on her. I mean, I don't know if I read that wrong, but that's what it sounded like my man from Stockton was saying. Bro, if the girl says you got a shrimp, a little wee-wee, do you understand what we are saying? She said, oh, you got a little wee-wee, and you know you Dirk Diggler, you finna... listen to me. You finna pull out. You finna pull out on her. I think that's what he was saying. You finna... Bro, you finna pull the Dirk Diggler. Dirk Diggler Wiggler. And you gonna start spinning it like a helicopter. See, but y'all don't know about that. You finna... Bro, you finna hit the Soldier Boy. You Bro, you finna slang that Soldier Boy. You finna pull out. That's what we talking about. Shout out. That's a great example. Let's go. Jesse Carl, let's get it. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, bro. And the funny thing is, you got the radical Devin Haney fans. They keep quoting Devin saying they say everything but fight, but then you can say the same thing for them numbers. They saying it ain't this person's a liar, Bob's lying, Ellerby's lying, but they saying everything but the actual number it is. Clear it up. How does this not make sense? Clear it all up. Release the real number. Release the Krakens. Bro, why would you sit on the number? Like, all right, here's like my man Jesse got me in the mood to hit y'all with an analogy. If I'm being tried for murder and I know I didn't do it and they like prove you didn't do it and I have an alibi, but I won't give them the alibi. What? Bro, you're about to get charged with murder. You have to tell them the alibi to clear your name. No, I can prove I wasn't there, but I refuse. Bro, you better give up that alibi and let them know where you was the night of June 16th, 1971. Like, you better let them know something. That doesn't make sense to just be sitting on it and you know the truth and all that and just not let her rip. Kamal said you got to get the lady when she's sober with no Cosby pudding pops. Facts. Bro. And now let me talk about this recycled point that y'all keep making. People said nobody cared about. This is just so stupid. The talking point is, God damn it, ego. Nobody cared about Tank's other opponents and how much pay-per-views they sold. Bro, first of all, what does Tank's past opponents have to do with this? They were like, just explain it. Hector Luis Garcia didn't sell any pay-per-views, so why does Devin have to? See, this is the usual suspects at it again. First, they argue that the numbers were sensational. Sensational. What did he do? Pay-per-view, girl. Sensational, right? They first argue this is the 42 fake out. The first conversation was saying Leonard's a liar, Bob Arum's a liar, the numbers are way better than what's being reported, and it was a success. And these are good, very good numbers for pay-per-view. Now they saying, why do you care about the pay-per-view numbers so much? What the Bro, you just argued that the numbers were much better than Leonard Ellerby stated. Now you're saying, why do I care about the pay-per-views? The only reason we're talking about it is because Bill Haney and others are refuting this number, and the likelihood, and at least from my opinion, doesn't look realistic. That's why we're even talking about the numbers. The numbers didn't have to be a conversation, but y'all made it that way. What is hard to understand? I'm speaking perfect English. Nobody even cared about the numbers until the numbers came out, and then people said they weren't the real numbers. That's how this whole conversation got started. So you're not going to now deflect and say, why are you talking about numbers? The other aspect or reason why numbers come up is because Devin has stated 3 things that he will not do or entertain before he's gotten into serious negotiation. No rehydration, no catch weight, and you fight at my weight of 140 pounds. That sounds like the A side telling the B side what to do. The only problem is Devin's the B side in this equation. This is the only reason people are talking about this. So once again, either they are dumb or they're playing dumb and acting like they don't know. It's like a slave, right? Back in the day, if you could read, then massa, you might get tortured or beat because they didn't want you to read. So if you learned to read, then you had to play like you couldn't read. Like you in the den and you reading a book, and then master come in and see you reading, you gotta play. I didn't know what this was. I said, sorry, master. Master, please don't discipline me. I wasn't reading. I can't read. I didn't even know this was a book. Ain't no way I would be reading. I thought this was trash. So I picked it up, but I wasn't reading. I wasn't reading. Bro, shut the... They playing dumb. They playing like they can't hear. I swear. Oh, massa. Hot sauce on the burrito, baby. I should never read in your house. I will never read. Just like immature say, I will never lie. I will never lie. 'Cause a friend like you. Bro, you remember that immature song? I will never lie. 'Cause a friend like you. Bro, you trying to pretend this is boxing today. Like slave-minded slaves trying to pretend because they got caught up. They got to pretend they don't know what they talking about. Oh, Devin Haney, he sold all the pay-per-views. He done sold. The boy done made it. He's a superstar. I tell you, superstar. They playing dumb. Like, how's it feel? The B side tell the A side what to do. And Tank Davis, he gonna be in a whole heap of trouble. I just said, Tank gonna be in a whole heap of trouble. Bro, he ain't gonna be in, because the fight won't happen under Devin Haney's terms. That's that. So it ain't gonna be this, he's in trouble and fight breakdowns. The fight just won't happen, you see. Would like to talk to you about the fight. You see, not gonna be no fight with Tank Davis, the Devin, with the butt tank. Bro, do you understand what I'm saying? There ain't gonna be no fight. And my wife Camille and the butt tank. Bro, y'all just playing dumb. Y'all playing dumb for real. Acting like Devin gonna punk. He gonna punk the bully the man in the boardroom. Bro, stop it. You cannot be the B side with the pudding and make the fight because the Bill Haney the pudding, bro. Y'all act so stupid, bro. Yeah, I think Tank should just give up all of his rights. Like, bro, even though he's the A side, just pretend you're not and make the fight for us. Bro, you all make America great again looking motherfucker. Bro, what are you talking about? Ain't nobody, that's not business. Ain't nobody in business gonna have leverage and just throw it out the window because you want them to throw. That's like, bro, Jeff Bezos financially has accomplished way more than me, right? So I can't just go to the boardroom on Jeff Bezos. I'm like, yeah, I don't care about none of that. Just make the damn deal. Like, who come on, bro. Who I look like telling Jeff Bezos, who cares, just make the deal. Or like, here, let me give you all another example. Smash the like button. Smash the like button. Let me give you all another example. It's like going to a job interview. Why does a job interview ask for your employment history? Why do you have to show them a resume? Because they want to see your worth. That's what it boils down to. They don't work for the other companies you used to work for, but they need it because they need the data points to assess if you would be a good fit for their job. That's why you have to show your employment history. If you have gaping holes and gaps of employment where you ain't had a job since Tupac died in 96, then for a big position at Microsoft or something, you might not be the right fit. You ain't fought since Tupac died. Right? So that's why this stuff, people are like, who cares about A side? In anything business, there's logistical things and points that actually matter. Okay, what did he say? Hold on. You the reason podcasts like you can't even spell. He said, you the reason podcasts like you is the reason. Bro, what is this? The man can't spell. He said, you the reason podcasts like you is the reason. If you put reason one more time, what are you, Earth, Wind, and Fire? Reason that we're here. Bro, get Philip Bailey out of my shit. All he keeps saying is reason. Now, loving your body just for a night, kissing and hugging and holding you. Reason that we're here. The reason that we, bro, shut your ass up. You don't know about boxing. I'm your daddy, and you sound stupid. He said, I'm the reason why boxing is soft. You the reason boxing is soft. Y'all don't watch Linares, Loma, Cambosis, and Diaz were all ranked 10 contender. Get him out of here and take the Pac picture. Pac would never co-sign you, bro. What are you talking about? Y'all don't watch boxing because Linares. What is Linares got? Man, get him out. Oh, we having a party. Get him out of here, bro. He said Linares. What are you talking about? The king of pop is back.
Yeah.
Bro, the king of pop is back. The king of pop is back. Bro, why are they so mad? Bro, why are they so mad? Hold on, let me get to Kamal. Pack of bums, I tell you. My man Kamal said, I'm finna approach Megan Good and demand a date. That's what I'm saying. In any business, things matter. People are like, oh, who cares? Just make the fight. I guarantee you it's broke muff that is saying that. There ain't nobody with no business. Like, for example, I'm telling you from a YouTube perspective, there are certain things I can't cover because if there's a pressing boxing, news or whatever, and I choose to cover something like a small boxing card in Tijuana, I'll mess up my money, bro. Mayweather is about to fight Conor McGregor, and I'm talking about some fight in Tijuana that nobody know. It's business. People saying, Tank, throw all your A side out the window and just make the fight. Y'all should do it for legacy. Man, legacy can kiss my ass. You heard me? Kiss my legacy, kiss my ass. Y'all talking about this legacy stuff. And then got the nerve to stream the fights. Listen, the people talking this legacy. They like legacy. Do it for your legacy. And then they stream the fights. What you talking about? It's about legacy, but you won't even pay these fighters salary by actually participating and spending money because you broke as a joke. You see what I'm saying? Ain't that something? The people talking about legacy. Do it for legacy. And then be like, I'm streaming this fight. What type of legacy is that? Kiss my legacy ass. Shout out to Jesse Carl. That's like going to the Benz dealership and offering them $20K for an AMG, and they would be like, nah, we the dealership, we make the offer. Bet. Yeah, like it's a yard sale. Like it's a yard sale. You're going to haggle your way to the top. Man, stop. Ain't no real business operating like that. You could do that at a yard sale. You ain't doing that no like top dealership. You going to Tesla trying to haggle them like crazy. Bro, y'all sound like Chris Rock. How much for a rib? A lot of, I don't want a rack of rib. How much for one rib? Bro, that's how that's their business savvy in boxing. Give Devin one rib. I want Devin to have a rib. Like, bro, stop. And like, bro, I could go on and on and on and on. And the other thing is this: if you're truly trying to make the fight, why negotiate in the public? You know your boy ego ain't never like that. The quickest way to not make the fight is to negotiate in public, bro. Like my man Jesse. Shout out to my boy Jesse. We chat outside of this live stream, right? If he DM me a business proposal and then I went Instagram live and started talking about it and blah, 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 and we ain't even like handle square business, how would that be beneficial, you know, for this business proposition by blabbering it, whatever? Like, oh, Jesse Carl offered me da-da-da-da. And we ain't even like settled the business. And I'm like online talking about it. You ain't never known me to be pro that, no matter who's doing it. Bro, I come from I don't know, last of a dying breed, the last Mohican. I don't know who I am, but I come from a tribe where you accomplish what you need to accomplish before you speak on it. Like, I don't speak on stuff until it's too late. So that, like, you know, the haters, like, imagine if I was getting a brand deal or something and I start blabbering it before, like Dr. Dre told Tyrese about the Beats by Dre deal, the acquisition from Apple, right? Tyrese went on Instagram Live and spilled the beans before Apple. Apple was so pissed, it almost cost Dr. Dre the deal. Dr. Dre made so much money from that Beats by Dre acquisition from Apple, but Tyrese almost messed it up by blabbering it. So I come from that, bro. You don't really speak on it until it's too late. Like PBC, salute to PBC, Premier Boxing Champions. They do this the best. They don't pander. They don't probe. They don't put out a bunch of polls. You wake up in the afternoon, you're like, oh, Benavidez fighting Caleb Plant? Bet. Oh, Benavidez fighting Andre? Oh, Tank's fighting Ryan? The only time it gets leaked is if like a reporter leaks it early or something. PBC don't do that. Until the flyer is like ready to go and they got the press conference on lock, they don't talk about it. Shout out to Niter Allison. That's my guy. Longtime subscriber. Real killers move in silence, ego. It's crazy how many people can't comprehend this concept. That's what I'm saying. So like if anything that's made public before the deal is hatched, then I don't have no faith for it, bro. That's the tribe I come from. Shout out to Jay Reddy. He said, Boxer Ego, what's up? Bro, I don't if it's a bunch of online stuff, I'm not believing it. Cause Frank Martin fight Shakur, and then they never fight. Or they didn't fight. So I don't deal with the internet stuff. I make money on the internet, but I don't believe in that. That's not the way to negotiate the fight. And that's to anybody, no matter who. When Mayweather was fighting Canelo, we didn't know about it. Floyd just said, I'll fight Canelo. And then the fight was announced. They did a press conference, told you what day the press tour was. Doom. Eddie Hearn liked doing that. And then Bill Haney has been doing that recently too. Where it's like, Eddie Hearn's the king of this. Oh, yeah, mate, I want Dillian White. I want Dillian and Deontay Wilder. Why are you telling us what you want? Just make the fight. Send the offer, handle square business, and make the Dillian White Wilder fight. But the reality is, Eddie Hearn didn't make those fights. He just talked about them. Eddie Hearn didn't make Dillian White, Luis Ortiz, Dillian White versus Wilder. When he had Andrade and Charlo, he kept talking about Charlo and, oh, yeah, we want Charlo. I reached out to Andrade and he wants to fight. And we reached out to Charlo's DMs. Bro, what part of the game is this? Bill insulting Floyd like Hearns did Shelly Finkel. What part of the game is it to negotiate in the public? Why do that? Tank literally days ago, he did a video in the dark like he spawned or something. He had no lights, 35,000 people. He didn't even cut a light on. A-side. That's A-side behavior. The man didn't even take the time to, and he light-skinned too. And he didn't even take the time to cut a light on. He in the dark like Batman. The people of Gotham. No, not everything. Bro, I know y'all seen that Instagram live from the boy Tank. He light skinned in the dark. I couldn't even see. All I just heard is his voice. No, not everything. Words. I'm sorry, Master Wayne. I'm sorry. I failed you, Master Wayne. Bro, y'all tripping. My man said he was born in the darkness like Bay. Ah, yes. Theatricality and deception. Powerful agents to the uninitiated, Bruce. Do you feel in charge? Do you think darkness is your friend? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it. Blinding. Y'all crazy. Perhaps he's wondering why someone would shoot a man before throwing him from a plane. Hey, get my lights up. Yeah, you remember my boy Alfred. I'm sorry, Master Wayne. I failed you. Master Wayne. Bro, my boy Alfred, when he thought Batman died, hold on. On the Dark Knight, when my boy Alfred thought Batman died and he was at the funeral, bro, he lost it. He was like, I'm sorry, Master Wayne. I failed you, Master Wayne. Bro, he could not, he couldn't keep it together. I failed you, Master Wayne. I failed you. I'm sorry, Master. Hey, I'm about to go watch that. Oh my gosh. Master Wayne. I'm sorry. I failed you, Master Wayne. Oh my God. I'm about to go watch that movie. Y'all tripping. I failed you, Master Wayne. I failed you. I'm sorry, Master. Oh. Bro, I thought they were shooting. I hit the button on accident. I thought they were shooting at me. Hey, that man, he said it was heartfelt. Bro, he really thought he got Batman smacked off the map. I'm sorry, Master Wayne. I failed you. I felt you, Master. What? Bro, he couldn't even get it out. I felt bad. I felt terrible for my homie Alfred. Feel me? Bro, feel me? Alfred, he was torn. Cause he raised, I felt that though. Cause he raised Alfred, his parents died, Batman parents died. He raised him since he was a kid. He thought he was dead. I felt you, Master Wayne. I felt you, Master Wayne. That's how y'all crying in my cover section about Devin being the B-side to Tank. Devin's the A-side. I felt you, Devin. Y'all are hilarious, bro. I love y'all. Smash the like button. Master Wayne. Anyway, Tank is the A side. What you want me to do? I'm sorry. And like that's what I'm saying. I'm not finna use my platform to like lie and act dumb like I don't know what's going on. Boxing is a business. All you suckers out there is like, oh, ego, you're preventing the fight. How am I preventing the fight? They can make the fight tomorrow. I'm just telling you under the terms in which it will or won't happen. Negotiating for the public, I don't see that as being the ticket. Like, Bill said Tank blocked him. Does it sound like the fight's underway? Okay, so Eddie Hearn reached up in his DMs and then he said, let's talk. Tank said no. Bill Haney did an interview and he said, Tank blocked me. Does it sound like great negotiations? Like, you know what I mean? Does it sound like they're making good progress? These fans won't tell Canelo to drop his A side. There we go.
Payday. You want payday? I know that. Payday.
Yo, I'm
payday.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Ain't nobody expected to do it. Ain't nobody expected to do it but black fighters and PBC fighters. And here's the thing. Devin Haney was the A side over Regis, no? It said Haney Prograis. Devin probably made more money than Prograis. And he got dibs on the location of the fight, Bay Area. So the same thing I'm saying for Tank, I'm saying for Devin or anybody else who's the A side. And I'm looking at it on a case. Some people, it's so funny because y'all think y'all got me like figured out and you could, oh, hey, how come you didn't do this to Canelo and Benavidez? Benavidez is Canelo's mandatory. They're in the same weight class. What does this got to do with Devin and Tank in two separate weight classes? One guy's a clear A side. And then here's the other thing. He's the mandatory. Benavidez is the man. How is this the same? Benavidez is Canelo's mandatory, meaning he's earned his spot to fight based on the rankings, just like Errol when he fought Kell Brook. That's a whole different situation. Devin's a champion in 140. Tank's a secondary champion, probably get elevated to the full at 35. What are we talking about? Tank's not Devin's mandatory, vice versa. Second, Canelo versus Benavidez. Shout out to Black Code Boxing, was good. The Canelo Benavidez, they're in the same weight class. Devin just rehydrated to 165 on fight night in his very first fight at 140. And Tank is not the biggest guy, and he's at 35. And Devin said, I'm not fighting you, no catch weight, no this, no that, no rehydration. So you've already set your terms as the B side. I'd never seen that work unless the A side allows or chooses that it will work, period. You guys can play dumb and, oh, ego, you don't know, whatever. That's the reality of it. You're not going to dictate to the A side, bro. That's like Maidana telling Floyd what gloves to wear. Doesn't work. How Maidana going to tell Floyd what gloves to put on? Floyd told Maidana what gloves he going to wear and what he ain't going to wear. You want this fight, you want this paycheck, you put on the gloves, I say, period. You see how that work? You guys can try to overcomplicate it. It's very simple. Maidana don't tell Floyd what gloves to wear. Maidana don't get to fight Floyd in Argentina. Maidana got to do what he told. It's how the B-side works. Very simple stuff. You guys try to make it like complex and oh no, Tank, he sucks, and all right, he's still the A-side. He sucked with the A-side. How about that? Okay, Tank sucks, but he's the A-side. Now what? Doesn't change nothing. And Devin did very good for himself. Keep going, keep trucking. But you're gonna need a lot more that I just showed you. Tank's numbers, not even including I'm not even including the fight with Ryan. And that's obviously his biggest fight. Levels. These are Tank's gates. He's fighting a Barrios and doing a 5 million gate roughly. You dig? He fighting a late replacement and he's outsold by more than double Devin's gate versus Regis Prograis, which had a good back and forth buildup. He's fighting Rolly and he's doing a 4.5 million gate. He's fighting Hector Garcia in DC and he's doing over a 5 million gate. Levels. And I can if y'all want, I can put this in a video form, but it's just going to be me saying the same thing. Levels. Devin's best gate is 1.7 million. That's what we're hearing. 1.7 million doubled is 3.4 million. So you haven't even outsold Tank versus Cruz on a Sunday, late replacement. Tank in that one fight has you beat by more than two. He's 2x your number. What don't you understand about that? Listen, everybody got a problem with what I'm saying. Tell me what doesn't make sense. And I'll put you in a hot seat and spank you like you deserve to be spanked because what I'm saying makes sense. Niter, $5. Thank you, brother. Super. Ego been the most consistent YouTuber since I've been subscribed since 2014. Ego, Kamal, and me been telling y'all what makes the A-side the A-side. And that's the facts. That's why Ego's Army is absolutely the best. You look at my comment section, I put my comment section versus anybody. Now it's YouTube, so it's free. So, we get comments from whoever. Anybody can come and comment. But I'm talking about the regulars and by and large, my comment section clean in the mud. Bro, other people comment section got STDs and all types of all this foolishness. Oh, Tank's really the B-side and all this stupid, goofy stuff that in real time won't make sense and doesn't matter. Lies. My comment section, the best in the business. These other comment sections is diseased and infested with horrible talking points. Makes no sense. Like I said, STDs, the syphilis of boxing comments, the gonorrhea of boxing comments on other people's comment section. Clean, disease free. These other comment section got crabs and all that. They scratching, struggling to make some sense with the STDs, with the bump, with the herp. Man, stop playing with me, bro. And again, any business operates where it's a business. You gotta you can't just bypass ordinances or the rules of engagement just because you want to. Man, who cares about all that? That's what the fans are saying. But again, these are people that don't make money in boxing. That's bro, here, I'll keep it super simple for you. If I cover a fight and I live in California, it got to make sense. I pay for my own flights. I pay for my own hotels. So if I'm covering a fight, I can't cover some weird weak fight for unless someone's paying me to cover it. If it don't make sense, I'm not doing that. Why would I do that? But if it's a big fight and it's content that you guys want on the channel, then yeah, I would go to that fight. And here's the thing. People keep saying Tank ain't this, Tank ain't that, but they won't stop talking about Tank. when Tank fights Rolly, like, how are people complaining about all of Tank's opponents, but he's doing these live gates and numbers? But where's the business coming from? Where are these numbers coming from? Why is he doing these live gates and stuff? Where are these numbers coming from? So shout out to Tank Davis. He's officially graduated to the Mayweather type of hate. He's getting Mayweather level hate where they complain every step of the way, but they still pay. And that's good because my channel's the same way. People say, oh, Ego, you're wrong. Yeah. But they still watching because I've been doing it. So I don't care. If you love what I'm saying because it's the truth and you get it, great. If you hate me, you hate my channel, but you keep watching, good, great. I'm still getting paid. It's all that matters. So, you're not going to be able to please everybody when it comes to, entertainment and, your style or whatever. So I don't try to. I don't care. I know what I'm saying is true. We'll see if the things happen on Devin's terms, despite whatever y'all saying in the comment section, or we'll see if the boy Ego and Ego Stradamus strikes again. Both hella good fighters. But here's the thing. Nobody's denying that. Nobody said Devin can't fight or he's easy to beat. They're like, see, people get so emotionally attached. They're talking about the fight, like in terms of like who they feel win. Why are we even talking about who they feel win when you don't have an actual fight in front of you? I don't even waste my time. Why would I waste my time making a fight prediction for a fight that don't happen? Okay. And you know what the funny thing is? It's sad because you have a lot of people who have reported in the past or done videos or have Facebook pages or YouTube pages or whatever, Threads, X, and when it's other situations like Wilder versus Joshua, people were on the right side of history. Like, you know what I'm saying? They were like anti-DAZN, anti-Eddie Hearn, didn't understand why Eddie Hearn and them and AJ was playing games. You have situations with Mayweather, Pacquiao. People fought for Mayweather. They fought like, oh, he's not being treated fairly. People are being biased for Pacquiao. But then somehow people don't see that with Devin Haney and Tank Davis. And some of these things are like analogous. Some of these situations are very similar, right? And here's the thing, like with Wilder Joshua, I was pushing for that fight. I mean, if it happens now, it's cool. But I'm talking about when they were undefeated, right? When they were both undefeated and both had belts. Nobody was saying that Joshua wasn't the A side. That wasn't the conversation. That's why there's a big disconnect. People weren't saying that Wilder is the B side. Wilder wasn't the B side. People just wanted to see the fight, but we were okay with Wilder getting smaller money, Wilder potentially having to go to the UK. We just wanted to see the fight, and it was the Eddie Hearn was playing games. AJ and Eddie Hearn was playing games, but nobody was arguing that the B side wasn't the B side. Block Jackson Martinez. Nobody was arguing that Wilder wasn't the B side. But now you have Devin, who's clearly a B side in this equation with Tank, and then people are arguing, no, he's not. Yes, he is. Hate to break it to you. Great fighter, but that's the reality of it. And notice, I keep killing and keep spitting facts. Not one of you is proving me wrong with anything intelligible. It's either people agreeing or trolling. There's no in between. There's no one saying if what I'm saying is false, I should be getting cooked. Somebody should be like, oh, Devin's the A side, here's why. And then they should be just schooling me. But that never happens. How are the Haney fanboys trashing Tank's resume? But Devin wants to fight Rolly and Ryan. Bad for Tank, but it's good for Devin. Can't have your cake and eat it too. Man, Kamal leave Kamal alone. Leave Kamal alone, bro. Y'all don't want it. Y'all don't want it. That's what I'm saying. So Ryan Garcia put this out today. And he says, I've advised my team to contact Team Haney to discuss and make the fight happen between Devin and I. Devin Haney responded back and he said, these are facts. That's he's one fight removed from being knocked out from Tank. So again, to all the idiots in the comment section, they keep complaining, like Kamal Oz is saying, they keep complaining, saying Tank ain't fought no one, Tank ain't fought nobody. When is he going to step up? But how is Devin just moved to 40? Ryan just moved to 40, right? Devin obviously looked more like sharper and better in his move to 140. People are okay with Devin fighting Ryan Garcia, including myself. I like the fight. But the point we're making is, how is it that Tank fought the undefeated Ryan and knocked him out, and then people are like, oh, his resume sucks, he needs to step it up. But then you have no problem with Ryan and Rolly. So Ryan can fight Rolly. These are two Tank leftovers. Devin, who looked like super hard to beat at 140, you know what I mean, or very good, or whatever you want to call it. He looked very good. He can fight Ryan Garcia and get credit for it after, but undefeated Tank and undefeated Ryan fought, and the undefeated, trust me, if Ryan, I don't even know if that fight will happen next, but if it did, it's not going to outsell and do a bigger live gate than Tank and Ryan did, because they were both undefeated when they fought. Ryan, he looked like kind of mediocre in some of them rounds versus Duarte. So there's no way that fight's going to do better numbers now that he has a loss. He's been knocked out. He has a new trainer, and it's a good fight. Don't get that twisted. It could do good numbers, but Tank did a $23 million gate with Ryan. It's not going to topple that. That's like saying Wilder Joshua in March, if they both win on the weekend, would have been done better than when they were both champions and undisputed, and it would have been an undisputed fight when they were both undefeated. It doesn't work like that. Boxing don't work like that. Wilder Joshua is still a good fight. Don't get that twisted. But it doesn't compare to the fight it would have been for all the belts because we didn't know Joshua's flaws, because he hadn't lost to Ruiz and he had beaten Klitschko. We didn't know Wilder. We never seen him get knocked out until he later got knocked out by Tyson Fury. So you can't tell me that the timing for Joshua and Wilder, when they were both undefeated, both champions, would have been undisputed, would have sold less than the fight now. Again, still a good fight, but still not the same as the fight in its prime. So, I mean, you guys can say whatever, but that's the reality here. And like I said, the thing is this. The only people that don't want you to hear this are some people with something to protect, right? Like if you apply for a job and they say, hey, we drug test. I don't do no drugs, so I don't care. I mean, drug test me. I've never done drugs. I don't care about that. But I guarantee you, that do drugs, they care, because now it becomes a panic. Oh man, how am I going to pass this urine test? How am I going to beat this hair follicle test? My spirit is pure. My soul is pure. I ain't sold out. I ain't sold my soul. I know what I'm saying is true. So I don't have nothing to hide. I'm giving you my honest opinion. People love it. People hate it. Don't care. Because at the end of the day, I sleep very well because I know what I'm saying is true and I know what I'm doing. I know I'm the best in the business. So I don't have nothing to hide. I don't have nothing to disagree. I told Bill when he hopped on the live, I told Bill Haney, I don't see where you're coming from. We do not see eye to eye. I don't think Tank isn't the A side. He agreed on the thing. So, you can't say I'm fake. I'm telling you how I feel. What is fake is to act like somebody is infallible or to act like somebody is incapable of ever being wrong. To me, that's what's fake. So nothing Devin Haney can do, he can do no wrong. Every way he moves, everything his team has ever said is all perfect. How is that realistic? So Devin Haney, let's say you don't eat pepperoni pizza or something. So you don't eat pepperoni pizza because Devin chooses not to eat pepperoni pizza? That's what the game has gotten to? That's cool. If Devin doesn't want to eat pepperoni pizza or can't, religious reasons or whatever, that's fine. But now you hate pepperoni pizza because I don't operate like that. I give credit where credit's due. And if there's something I don't understand or need clarification on, then I say that too. I state my honest opinion on my channel. Hey, block Darrell Anderson. Yeah, you just leaving too many weirdo comments. Hey, Darrell, gotta go. Yeah, get him out of here. Shout out to Kamal Oz, another one. Body yaddy 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 yaddy. So that's really my thoughts on it. Again, no love lost. Like, I don't have a horse in the race, like I keep telling you, but I'm gonna keep standing on that. Stand on business. Tank is the A side. And again, the reason why the A side keeps coming up is because Devin set his terms. You don't really do that if you're not the A side. You don't, I'm fighting at my weight, blah, blah, blah. You can do it. Devin's a grown man. He can do whatever he wants. But what I'm saying is, what I know about the business, good luck in making the fight happen. Same thing, Bill's free to do whatever he wants. He loves his son. He's going to promote how he wants to promote the fight. No problem. But I'm entitled to have my opinion about it as well. And I just know from what I know about the game, negotiating in public is never the beneficial way. Like, imagine if you went to a doctor's office and whatever your test lab results came back as, they just came out in the lobby and told everybody your business. You see what I'm saying? Like, do you think that's good practice? Like, the boy John Doe is burning. He got the hurt. Like, he just came out in the lobby and told whatever your test lab results, he told it in front of people. Does that make sense to anybody here? Block T4 Huskies. Does that make sense? If the doctor just come out and like, he burning, like, and he just told you all your business. He got mono. You telling everyone you got strep throat and stuff. Like, that's the same as like people getting, any fighter, any trainer getting on social media and then just airing out every little aspect of the training and offers and stuff. Good luck. It's like the doctor screaming out your business right after you leave the office. You go to the dentist, he got halitosis. Halitosis, Nick. It's halitosis. Like, why are you yelling the halitosis though, bro? So again, if y'all disagree, you think that's the best way to conduct boxing business and get a fight? Like, let me get the fight by calling Tank names and the ex-face of boxing and saying he ducked 20 million and he blocked me. I mean, good. Enjoy. We'll see. We'll see if you get the fight like that. He said your card declined, sir. Facts. Yeah, he telling all your business all loud. I don't know. I mean, good. So that's what I'm saying. For me, I just view it as like WWE, like some straight promotion. But Tank already said in that Instagram live, he said, call Al. You know how to get in touch. You at least have Leonard Ellerby's number or something. You know what I'm saying? So I think I have zero confidence that Tank and Devin is next based on what I've seen. If I'm wrong, great. Great for boxing. But I have literally zero confidence that the fight happens just because of the manner in which things are being done and what is being said. Zero confidence. Hopefully you guys enjoy the stream. You dig? And I'm out.